Welcome back to the posh accommodations here at Beauty Broadcast Studio B. I'm Tyler, Emily's husband and right-hand man for this year's Emily Awards. As I've said, we're clearly not cutting any corners this year. I mean, not that anyone would think that. I've got a haircut, I've got a totally different shirt on, and I've trimmed my beard. As far as Em goes, I mean, she's 9 months pregnant. No shame in calling in the big guns. The truth is, we've poked fun at all the easy pregnancy targets. Watching movies, eating ice cream, well, just eating in general. Em's actually been working her ass off this entire pregnancy, and it's only gotten harder. What's she really doing? Working on potty training our 2-year-old, editing and uploading videos, wrapping Christmas presents, struggling to find the proper technique to pick things up off the ground. So hats off to everyone out there working hard during the holidays, during pregnancy, or just during life in general. But here we are for the third and final installment of the Emily Awards, focusing on a category near and dear to Em's heart, lip products. I mean, the amount of lip products she has in her possession is downright scary.
5, 6, 7.
So who better to give an ultimate top 10 ranking of the best of the year? Em, take it away.
Hey everybody, it's time for Emily Awards for Lips. I am just so enthusiastic about the things that I have compiled into this top 10. Truly 10 of the most spectacular lip products. I love lip products. It's probably the thing in makeup that just gets me most excited. And this year's top 10 is kind of interesting because I feel like I've got newcomers at both the very top and the bottom of the list. And then I've got some things that kind of moved around, shuffled around a little bit since last year that are falling sort of somewhere in the middle. But everything, I mean everything in this top 10, I really do feel like there's something for everyone. Something I did notice though is that it's really the year of the lipstick for me. I've got like a couple, non-technically lipstick products that made it onto the list, but that's really what I have been using the most of this year. It's sort of the category of lip products where I've discovered the most awesome stuff. Still, I feel like it's an epic lip top 10. So if you love your lip products, cozy up with some snacks and some coffee or whatever, because this is gonna be fun. Number 10 is, I think, the best liquid lipstick out there. I'm not a huge liquid lipstick fan. It takes a lot to impress me because I feel like when you start to feel the discomfort on your lips, the dryness that those products create, odds are your lips also aren't looking that great either, okay? And I love practicality. I love staying power, but if it's coming at the expense of the way it actually looks on your lips and the way it feels, then if it can't be the whole package, I'm not interested. So there is one that I found that I think works really, really well, and it's the Bare Minerals Gen Nude line of liquid lipsticks, the matte liquid lipsticks. And my favorite shade that I've used is actually the color called Boss. I think it's a really pretty kind of dusty rose neutral. Really pretty shade. I've tried several other nudes from a small kit as well, and I like those too. But these feel super light going on your lips, and they do get to that totally matte place. You know, they're not kidding about them being matte, but yet they always maintain a comfortable feel. And that's really hard for a lot of products to do. Application-wise, I enjoy it as well because instead of being a standard doe foot applicator, it is sort of that flat applicator that comes out very clean on the sides, and I think when you've got cleaned off edges, that's what helps you get right out to the outer edge of your lips without gooping it up with too much product. So I think it's a good design. I think it's a really good quality product. They don't last as long as some of those matte liquid lipsticks that just completely like 100% set. These, you can pull a little product off of them, but as you wear them, they do wear a decently long time and they wear evenly, and that's really important to me too. So I think the Bare Minerals Gen Nude, definitely most comfortable, best liquid lipstick. Number 9, it's hard for me to believe that this is a newcomer to my list, but it really is a product that I've loved. It just hasn't gotten a lot of love in the Emily Awards for whatever reason, but it's Revlon Super Lustrous Lipsticks. It does not get more classic and old school than these, I think. There are shades in this line that have been around forever, and to this day, I think they keep a really nice shade range available, and it's not just colors, but also finishes. It's a nice formula. It just feels really creamy, and if you're you're willing to take a little extra time and, you know, apply some, do a blot, apply a little more, blot it off again, you know, that technique can really help the staying power of some of these bold, creamy shades. So a few that I just wanted to mention and highlight here. I know I've talked about Black Cherry before, but if you like a really vampy, rich lip color, this can go to that deepest, darkest place. But if you want to wear it in a more sheared out way, apply it lightly with a lip brush and it will look like the most beautiful berry color. So this color in particular is a lot of bang for your buck. Also, this time of year, you know, Cherries in the Snow, it's a fun, a little bit different, like alternative to a classic red. I feel like it's a very reddish pink, and so that's a gorgeous one, very iconic color in the line. And then one that I thought I had lost, but I found it in my purse recently. It's called Berry Haute, and it is just a great little like lilac-y, sort of lilac-y. It's a very purpley berry, but it's a lot of fun. I think with a kind of simple eye, nude, you know, colors on the eyes, and this lip, so pretty. So if you've never explored the super lustrous lipsticks, you know, they are nothing new to the drugstore. So it's not gonna be the kind of thing that's constantly getting hyped up left and right, but start looking through some of these shades, find a couple that you think might interest you, and I think you'll be really impressed with the formula as well as the color intensity. At number 8, something new this year is the Rimmel Kate Moss Nude line. I just thought this was a fantastic release, really well done. They put out a whole like spectrum of nude lipsticks, and I have my best luck finding this at Walgreens, by the way. I had purchased several. I think the lasting finish formula is really good, very comfortable. These all seem to be creams that don't have shimmer in them, and Rimmel has really done some great lip products over time. I enjoy their matte formula as well, the Kate Moss mattes that are in the red tubes. But most recently, I mean, if you're a nude lip lover, these are such pretty tones, really. And I have a lighter one in number 45, and this one has like the littlest bit of pink. It's a really gorgeous dusty pink nude. I love that color. It was kind of unexpected for me. And then number 47 is one of their definitely deeper colors here. And it's kind of like a little bit caramely, brownish nude. I can reach for this in so many circumstances. This has lived in my purse quite a bit. The formula does remind me a lot of the Revlon Super Lustrous, so there's kind of a reason why I'm gravitating toward these. But if you like nudes that are all the way to the lightest end, or if you're wanting something that's more just a deep neutral, that line really has you covered. At number 7, yet another newcomer to my list, but something that I very recently have decided I just enjoy the heck out of, and it's the Clinique Chubby Stick Intense. I love these lip products so much. They are an intense dose of color. They're that easy, kind of approachable crayon type format. I've got a couple of the ultra little bitty minis here that came in that Tiny Temptations set. Normally they would be, you know, maybe double this length. And I realized my Tiny Temptations hooked together like that. Isn't that cool? But they're smooth, they're creamy, they're not loaded with shine. There's a little bit of thickness to these that's not at all like an uncomfortable thickness, but they're different. They're a totally different formula from a regular chubby stick. And they have put out some gorgeous shades. I like how with just a little bit of wear, you know, when there's hardly any shine to begin with, and then you just wear them for a little while, they have this pretty, like, just sort of matte appearance on the lips, and some of the deeper, more rich shades do wear a surprisingly long time and your lips never feel parched. Like, it's still a creaminess that you feel, but everyone else to look at your lips might think, oh, that's like a pretty matte color that she's got going on there. You know, every person that you approach is just analyzing the lip color, right? But like I was saying, I got to sample a lot of these in the set that I got recently, and so a couple that I loved, the Curviest Caramel shade, I thought that was so nice and wearable for kind of a little bit peachy nude. Not a super light nude, but just very wearable for many occasions. And then for something with a little more impact, Roundest Raspberry, I thought was gorgeous because it had just this littlest bit of like purple splash in this berry color. You know, I really like my berry shades, so for this to kind of set itself apart as something slightly different, you know, it's really a standout color. Now, number 6, I've got something that's very comparable, I think, to the Clinique Chubby Stick Intense, but in terms of being practically like a lip treatment and something that is just the most deeply nourishing and hydrating lip product that I will have in this top 10. You know, for that reason, it's edging out the Clinique Chubby Sticks just a little bit, and it's something I've loved for years. It's dropping back 3 spots this year, and it's the NEUTROGENA Moisture Smooth Color Sticks. If you've been with my channel for a while now and you haven't tried these yet, where you been? You know, what are you thinking about? These are great lip products. They put out an initial launch and everything in the line had just a little bit of like, I don't want to say frost or shimmer, but there was just a hint of satiny finish sheen to all those shades. And then more recently, I would say within the past year and a half, they put out some new colors, some bolder shades, some nudes as well, and everything was creamy without any sort of shimmer. So now I think they've got a pretty well-rounded selection of colors. One shade that I probably use the most, this rich raisin, kind of dusty deep red. You know, it's not a pure red at all, but it's a little bit deeper than that. Yeah, it's so wearable. I always go back to this story, but I wore these in North Dakota when I endured the coldest cold I had ever experienced one winter when we were up visiting some of Tyler's family there. And my lips never got chapped in the wind, in the sub-zero temperatures. There's just a special thickness in these products that goes a little bit thicker than the Clinique Chubby Stick Intense and a little bit creamier, and you can grab for just about any color, and I assure you, you're getting the color, but you're getting like a lip balm type treatment all in one. Another one of the newer shades that I've really liked is this cherry pink, and this kind of reminds me a little bit of Revlon Cherries in the Snow, but it's just one example of kind of the way they've given that line of lip colors a bit of a makeover with some new shades. Definitely worth looking into for anyone, and especially those who have a dry lip problem. They're great. At number 5, I've got something that was pushed down a few slots in my top 10 here, mainly just because some other like really amazing things sort of worked it down the list a bit, but I still think it's an awesome product and definitely my top lip liner, and it is the NYX Slide-On Liners. So these were on the list last year, and I think these are so good. Such a low price tag for a lip liner that can really wear a long time. It can be a great long-wearing base for so many products. I think one of the most valuable shades for me over the past year has really been the Nude. This color is called Nude Suede Shoes, and it's exactly what I want my nude lip liner to be. You know, I want it to have just a little bit of depth, so a lot of times right after I apply a nude lipstick, I can go around and give my lips just a little extra definition, not in that major contrast like your lip liner is one color, the lipstick is another type of way, but just something that's going to mesh with so many light to neutral lip shades. Or like I said, fill in your entire lips with this. These are really smooth and capable of doing that, but then they set, and so I've just been so happy with that. And then it's really nice to have a good red lip liner. The one in this line is called Red Tape, and I think that's just a gorgeous option as well. They have sort of a more orangey reddish shade. They have a deeper red. This would be like the most classic red. I see it working with most like middle of the road red lipsticks, but those are just a couple to look into. It's a great line of products. Number 4, we've got Bite's AMUSE Bouche lipsticks, which this was a change from last year. Last year, at the time that I did the Emily Awards, it was the Luminous Cream lipsticks, and then they kind of revamped the formula / name, and it's now AMUSE Bouche, and I still think they're fantastic. I honestly don't feel like they put some major change on the formula from years past. It's still a very like luxurious, creamy feeling lip product, and there seem to be a lot of great colors in the line, but truly, you cannot go wrong with Bite lipsticks. If you like that creamy formula, I mean, it's not totally matte, it's not loaded with a greasy feeling shine either, but it's a little bit thicker and richer, I would say, on the lips than, say, a Revlon Super Lustrous lipstick. It feels like a bit more product is depositing on your lips as you go across. The smoothness and application is outstanding. The comfortableness, the comfort is just spectacular. A couple of shades, you know, I've been trying that little set, which I think was an outstanding value, the $25 holiday set that they put out very recently. And Fig is a shade that they have definitely held over from when they made the Luminous Cream formula, and it's a really nice pink. It's not too pink, you know? It's very wearable. It's just enough like pretty pop to the lips. And then I've really enjoyed Pepper as well, which is a much more muted, dusty pink. These two combined make a really pretty combo. If you got that set, you know it's really fun to sort of mix and match some of these shades, but I just think it's an amazing formula. It really is. At number 3, I have a tie, and they are both probably my favorite like drugstore lip product find over the past year. It's a combination of beautiful colors, an extremely luxurious, buttery, rich feeling formula, and also just a format of product that I really enjoy. And I'm talking about the Nude new Revlon Ultra HDs that have been given a makeover, and then also the Flower Beauty HYDRASILK lip colors. These are very similar in the way they apply on the lips. We're talking creamy, rich, free from shimmer. I would say both formulas give a lot of shine to the lips. The Flower Beauty HYDRASILKs have just a little bit more. I was recently comparing in a favorites video the fact that I have a shade called HD Desert from Revlon, and I've got the Flower Beauty HYDRASILK in Rose Petal, and these two shades are darn near identical. The HYDRASILK just has a little bit more shine. There's probably the best color range available with the Revlons. I also love my HD Vineyard shade, which is a bit more of a rich berry color, but these feel and remind me so much of Revlon lip butters. You know, they do have the intensity of colors. Revlon lip butters always had pretty intense shades, but they're easy to wear. They feel so smooth gliding on. I think they call these a gel lip color, and they are truly even creamier than just a classic lipstick. And the Flower Beauty HYDRASILKs are awesome as well for many of the same reasons. You know, nourishing to the lips, they don't dry you out. I love the skinny format of both of these because it gives you just that little bit more precision than a lipstick does. Rose Petal, again, the most basic of basic colors. Like, any person could wear this to the workplace and be totally appropriate, look really nice and finished. It is one of those quintessential neutral pinks, and I just think you can't go wrong experimenting with either of these lines. You're gonna find something you like. At number 2, a very interesting product. I'm not even quite sure how to classify this thing because I wouldn't call it a liquid lipstick. I can't call it a lipstick either, or a lip gloss, but it's the NARS Velvet Lip Glide. It's kind of made its own little category, I guess, for what it is. It's a liquefied product that you're going to apply with a wand, but it does not have any of the dryness associated with a liquid lipstick, but yet it gives you really nice color intensity. The way these go on, they have a lightness that's sort of surprising because you might think like, okay, what kind of thick color am I gooping on my lips? But no, it's a light, very, very smooth feeling velvet lip glide. It does feel velvety going on. That's a great name for these. I've done a whole video, by the way, on every shade in this line, so please check that out for much more detailed info. But you have so much control with this wand. Again, it's one of those flattened out doe foots that gives you some not so loaded down areas on the side, so you can really get out to the edges of your lips, have all the definition you could want, but you instantly feel moisture, and that moisture does hang around. And then the way it wears, it's almost like these colors stain your lips a little bit. And the long wear that these have on your lips, I'm not even putting these in the same conversation with a lot of the liquid lipsticks that kind of stay their own layer, you know what I mean, like on your lips, and then they start to flake off in their own little patches throughout the day. This is a product that's going to nourish the lips. It'll feel practically like it is one with your lips, and as it wears down, it does so completely evenly. I have done wear tests with so many different shades, from the lighter ones to the deeper ones, and it never looks patchy or bad or on your lips, and that's because it's not drying out your lips as you wear them. So they're a very special, like, liquefied lip product that just goes above and beyond for beautiful color, an actual nice feel, and still some impressive wear. Although they're not claiming to be a long wear lip product. That's the thing. Like, they didn't even have that in their PR materials, that these were going to be a really long wear product, but they just do happen to have a little, like, stainability on your lips. To throw the Bare Minerals Gen Nude into this conversation, you know, these are creamier than that. You're going to be able to, like, press your lips together and really sort of mush some product around, so to speak. And you'll notice a little bit of shine when these are newly applied, but then as you wear them just a little bit, you know, you'll lose some of that. They're not like a high gloss finish by any means. But anyway, the couple of shades I've been gesturing with, I love Bound because I think Bound is one of those colors that so many people could sort of become attached to, find easy to wear, get tons of use out of. I know that, you know, the cost for one of these is obviously more pricey than some of the drugstore things I've mentioned, so you tend to want to get shades that you'll wear a lot of. So Bound, I think, is a very wearable pink. As you can see, it's a little bit more of a mauve-y pink. A really spectacular red in this line that I love the most, that I think is the most wearable and the most, like, kind of classic red in the whole line. They do have several, but La Palace is probably my favorite one. Spectacular intensity, just a beautiful look on the lips, but they've really come up with a unique feeling lip product as well. So I'm very happy with those. And given all the praise that I've given those Velvet Lip Glides, you're probably wondering what's gonna top that? What's gonna come above that on the list? And I gotta tell you, it's another new find this year, another newcomer to my list. And I'm talking about BESAME. BESAME lipsticks have rocked my world from the moment I first applied them. It's a combination of loving the product, loving what the brand stands for and is trying to accomplish, and just the beauty that I feel when I'm wearing them. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm wearing a BESAME lipstick today, look how pretty I am. No, that's not it. It's just like you feel glamorous. You can't apply one of these and not feel like, okay, I've taken myself up a notch right now, you know? They have so many cool colors. Each and every one of their lipsticks has been inspired specifically by a certain year, a certain product that the owner has gone back and researched and found like a vintage lipstick that she wants to recreate. She's swatched it out, she's looked at the pigments and has come up with a formula to become an exact replica of those colors. And that fascinates me. The brand does have a ton of reds. Like this would be a go-to red lipstick brand, I think, for anybody. But as you do a little digging in what they have to offer, you know, there are some orangey shades. I have a gorgeous pink that I'm gonna mention here. I have like a brownish neutral that's so pretty. I first tried these through a little sampler kit, and now I am so completely hooked. Something I realized in the sampler set was that like almost all of the shades had the same formula, except there was one, the one cherry red shade kind of had a little bit more of a matte look on the lips, but I would just, you know, read the descriptions of each color, go actually to the BESAME Cosmetics website, and there are great descriptions for each and every shade. There's a really beautiful and so natural seeming light vanilla sweetness in the scent of all of these, and the product feels so great on the lips. It's a cream formula with a lot of cling and a lot of intensity. Like these reds, it's funny because there are so many reds in the collection, but they are all so pigmented that you will notice, I think, the distinct differences between different reds if you try several, you know? The way to apply these is absolutely put them on, and I've kind of started liking to put them on with a lip brush first, so that gives you sort of a stain level type of color. Blot that off, apply some more either with your lip brush or straight from the tube, and then blot it one more time. And after you do that, you have such locked in staying power. That method works well for a lot of different cream lipsticks. It works really well for these because, like I said, they're creamy, but they're not the least bit greasy. There's just a little bit more maybe stiffness to these than like a Bite AMUSE BOUCHE lipstick, and that's okay for me because so many of the colors are so intense and they really do stay in place. So the color I've been wearing all video long is actually called Blood Red. I think it's an awesome wintry, deeper take on red. I also like a very pure red from this line called Red Hot Red, and this is like the Marilyn Monroe signature red. I wore this in my old Hollywood Get Ready With Me video. Just spectacular color coming out of that one. And then a couple of shades like from my sampler set, which these are available in full sizes. I think Red Velvet, the 1946 replica color, is one of the most popular shades in their line. It's not quite as bright as Red Hot Red, but also not as deep as the Blood Red that I'm wearing right now. Very classic, easy red. Then I've got this color called Chocolate Kiss that is the 1970 replica shade, and this one is much more neutral, has a lot of brown in it, and that's a gorgeous color too. Where was my pink? Okay, I promise I'll stop after this one, but this color called Portrait Pink. Stunning pink color. You've got to try these, you guys. Get yourself one. Make it be like your most fantastic little beauty treat. I mean, you will love it, and just the feel of these going on the lips, it's just an experience. It's a really cool line with a very specific like niche, a very specific purpose, and they execute on that so well. They've got blushes in this line. They've got like old school cake mascaras in this line. I really want to try that too. Every last detail from the product to the gorgeous packaging, I mean, it's just A1. Absolutely great. And that is all for the Emily Awards for lips. I feel like I'm just looking at these products thinking, yes, you know, we nailed it. There have just been so many spectacular lip products that I've used over the past year, and it brings me so much joy to share that info with you in this video. Thank you so much for watching the Emily Awards this year. I hope you've had as much fun as I have, and just remember, the Emily Awards, you know, they're kind of a big project for me, but they're a small part of my year. I'm doing videos 3 to 4 times a week, all year round. So I hope you'll continue to stay tuned as I cover different topics, different kinds of products that maybe you didn't see covered in the Emily Awards. You're probably going to see them in an upcoming video. I never seem to run out of video ideas. That's thanks to you guys for giving me so many great video requests. But if you're new to my channel, welcome, and I hope you'll stick with me and continue to watch what I've got coming up for the year ahead, because I have some big plans. So thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye. I can see the bloopers are piling up.
I'm Tyler, Emily's right-hand man, going husband.
Boyfriend.
I'm Emily's baby daddy,
Left-hand man. Local attorney. Random friend.
Emily's side piece.
Hey, Chihuahua.
Basically, doing a full-time job, being a full-time mom, and a full-time wife all at the same time.
That really touched my heart.
Belly. I definitely didn't wear this shirt yesterday to parent-taught tumbling.
By the way, I stand on this aerobic step to put me at about boob level with Bub.
What she doesn't tell you is that there's an area where the shirt doesn't cover her belly, known as the underbelly.
Nobody sees the underbelly.
It's there though.
Bub, I love you. You're the best for doing this.
Well,
You really are.
I am.
You man.
Alright, thank you.
What about me though?
You're pretty cool too.
Oh, okay. Even my underbelly?
Even your underbelly.
Maybe we should just leave the studio beside. So anytime.
And when they come to service the air conditioner in the spring, they'll just wonder.
I'm also gonna keep